So welcome to this lecture. In the previous lecture, what we have done is to find the solution of linear differential equations with constant coefficients. The equation was like f d y equal to q, where f d is a polynomial in constant coefficients and d was standing for dy dx. Now what we have done there was solution to auxiliary equation. If the roots are real and distinct, the complementary function was exponential m1x plus c2 exponential m2x, like that. If the roots are complex numbers, for example m1 plus minus iota m2, then that was exponential m1x c1 cos m2x plus c2 sin m2x, and it was a surd like m1 plus minus root m2. If the roots are like this, then exponential m1x c1 cos hyperbolic m2x plus c2 sin hyperbolic m2x. But if the roots are repeated, so this is the point from where we start this lecture. If the roots of auxiliary equation are repeated, for example, if the root m1 is repeated, so it will be something like that. There is a term like this in the on the left hand side. fd was like this. This was your fd. So it will have two roots m1 and m1. If this thing happens, then the two solutions will be, one will be exponential m1x, second will be x exponential m1x, and you will write the auxiliary equation or the complementary function as c1 plus c2x e m1x. If the root is repeated 3 times, so you have m1, m1 and m1. So you will have c1 plus c2x plus c3x squared exponential m1x. So if a root is repeated n times, m1 repeated n times, then the complementary function will be c1x plus c2x plus so on cn x n minus 1 whole exponential m1x. If a root is repeated, which is complex number, then the complementary function will be exponential m1x c1 plus c2x cos m2x, c3 plus c4x sin m2x. This is the complementary function if this root m1 plus minus iota m2 is a repeated root. And similarly, if a root in surds is repeated, that is, if the root is m1 plus minus root m2, m1 plus minus root m2, then this will be e m1x c1 plus c2x cos hyperbolic m2x c3 plus c4x sin hyperbolic m2x. So we will do this, and we will have a good practice of this when we start doing problems. So this is as far as you have the differential equation like this, f dy equal to q, and we write y equal to complementary function plus particular integral. So we know how to write the complementary function. Now how to find the particular integral? The first we take up the easy cases when this q is of a given particular form. So the first form is that if the differential equation is f dy equal to q and q is exponential function of x, for example eax, then the particular integral, which is 1 upon fd exponential ax, will be 1 upon fa. Replace this d by a exponential ax, provided this fa is non-zero. Second case, if this q is a sine or cosine. I am not saying tan, cosec, secant or cos. Only sine and cosine. If it is q is cos ax or sin ax, then I'll write this 1 upon fd square of cos ax as 1 upon f minus a square cos ax. If it is 1 upon fd square sin ax, then this is 1 upon f minus a square sin ax. So cos correspond to cos and sin ax correspond to sin ax. Again, that we apply this when f minus a square is non-zero. how to write a given equation which is in terms of d, squared, this we will learn in the examples which we will do. And the third case, in fact there are 5 cases. On this screen you have 3. So I'll complete this 3 and give you some examples of each. Third case is if this q is an x power. For example, if this q is xn, then what we do, this is 1 upon fd. We will somehow write this fd inverse, expand this in powers of d using binomial. I'll give the example, and then apply each d on xm till this starts giving you zeros. So let me do one example of each of these. So take for example b minus 1, b minus 2y. Let me write down this in more precise form. D squared minus 3d plus 2y is equal to exponential 3x. So the auxiliary equation is m squared minus 3m plus 2 equal to 0. Its roots are 1 and 2. So complementary function is c1 exponential x plus c2 exponential 2x. Particular integral is 1 upon d squared minus 3d plus 2 exponential 3x. So you have to replace this d by 3. So this is 3 squared, 9, 3 into 3, 9 plus 2 and exponential 3x. So 9 cancels, this is 1 by 2 exponential 3x. So we know that the solution of the differential equation is complementary function plus particular integral. So y is this c1 exponential x plus c2 exponential 2x plus particular integral 1 by 2 exponential 3x. This is an easy example of writing the complete solution of a linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Now I give example of the second case. Suppose you have a differential equation like this, b square plus 4 square y equal to say cos 3x. So what is the auxiliary equation? Auxiliary equation is m square plus 4 square equal to 0, and so the roots are, it's a square here, so plus minus 2 iota, but this root is repeated. So there are two complex pair of roots. So I will write complementary function as c1 plus c2x, because 0 is there, so exponential 0x is 1. So c1 plus c2x and cos 2x plus c3 plus c4x sin 2x. Now I will find the particular integral. Particular integral is 1 upon d square plus 4 square cos 3x. Now I have to replace d square by minus a square and check whether this is non-zero or not. So when you put here d square equal to minus a square, this will be 1 upon minus 9 plus 4 square cos 3. Replacing d square by minus 9. Minus 9 plus 4 is minus 5, which is 1 by 25. So this is 1 by 25 cos 3x. Now the complete solution is complementary function plus particular integral. So you have y equal to, I am repeating this, c1 plus c2x cos 2x, c3 plus c4x sin 2x plus 1 by 25 cos 3x. Now suppose there is a d in here. I will give the example. This completes the solution of this question. Take another problem. Suppose the equation is like this, d squared minus 2d plus 1, for example this, y equal to sine 2x. Now we know that this equation has auxiliary equation as this, which has got two roots which are repeated, 1 and 1. So the complementary function is c1 plus c2x and exponential 1x. Now come to particular integral. Particular integral is 1 upon d squared minus 2d plus 1 and sine 2x. You have to replace d squared by minus a squared, not d, or not d by square root of this. So replace this as minus 4 minus 2d plus 1 and sine 2x. This will give you minus 2d minus 3. This is 1 upon minus 2d minus 3 sine 2x. What I have done, I have put d squared as minus 3. Now again I want d squared here, so I will multiply and divide this by 2d minus 3. So this is, in fact this is 2d plus 3 with a negative sign. I will have minus 2d minus 3 and this will become 4d square minus 9 and sine 2x. Now again you will put d square as minus 4. This will become 4 into minus 4, minus 16, minus 9, minus 25. This is, and there is a minus sign here. So this is 2d minus 3 and this is 1 upon 25 and sine 2x. Now d of sine 2x means differentiation of sine 2x. So this is 2 by 25. 2 by 25. D of it means cos 2x, and then differentiation of 2 will mean that this is 2 into 2, 4, and minus 3 by 25 and sine 2x. So you have like this. So the complete solution is, so y equals complementary function plus particular integral. So if your left hand side is like d cube, something like this, d cube plus d square like this, then you will replace this and don't change this, but this will be like d square and d. So there will be minus a square here, there will be minus a square here, and you will have some d term, get a term like in d and make it again d square by multiplying and dividing by suitably in the numerator and denominator. So this is, you can do enough practice from this much. Now I come to the third case. Suppose we have something like this, d square plus 4d plus 3y equal to say x square. Let's have something like this. So what you need to do, you know the first easy part, auxiliary equation. It is m plus 1 and m plus 3 equal to 0. So roots are real and distinct. So complementary function is c1 exponential minus x plus c2 exponential minus 3x. Come to the particular integral part. So this is 1 upon d square plus 4d plus 3 and I have x squared. So I'll take this 1 by 3 common and write this as 1 by 3 1 plus d square plus 4d divided by 3 minus 1 and then x squared. Now you have to expand this using binomial. So this will be 1 by 3 1 plus x inverse is 1 minus x plus x squared and so on. So 1 minus d squared